The West Wing may not be the only place undergoing a shakeup inside the president's orbit. Amid competing statements from two of his lawyers in recent days on the Russia investigation, President Trump just hired another attorney, and the move is underscoring his combative instincts about this probe, showing that he may be gearing up for what's already becoming a long and ugly fight. This morning, President Trump ramping up his aggressive response to Robert Mueller's Russia investigation, hiring another lawyer, former federal prosecutor Joseph diGenova. diGenova, a frequent Fox News guest and a vocal defender of the president, recently pushing an unfounded conspiracy theory that the president is being framed by members of the FBI and Justice Department.
There was a brazen plot to illegally exonerate Hillary Clinton, and if she didn't win the election, to then frame Donald Trump with a falsely created crime.
But diGenova's past comments about former President Clinton are also in the spotlight, with critics pointing to diGenova's legal argument in support of a presidential indictment. In 1997, writing an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal, the nation could conceivably benefit from the indictment of a president. It would teach the valuable civics lesson that no one is above the law. The addition to the president's legal team comes as Mr. Trump has dramatically escalated his assault on Mueller's probe, criticizing the investigation as a witch hunt. The president's Twitter attacks leading to mounting speculation that he could fire Mueller. The president's lawyers say that is not under consideration. It's a step Republican allies are warning against.
Why are you so confident that he won't do this?
Well, because I think it would be the stupidest thing anybody could do.
Also this morning, NBC News has learned the president's legal team recently sat down with the special counsel's team to discuss and negotiate the terms of a potential interview between Mueller and the president. It wasn't the first time the two sides have met face-to-face, a source familiar with the meeting telling NBC News they happen regularly. This, as the Washington Post reports, the president's lawyers are turning over documents in hopes of limiting the scope of a potential interview between Mueller and President Trump. The White House has said it's cooperating with the special counsel, but Trump lawyer John Dowd is calling the report horse blank and old news. Today, President Trump welcomes Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman to the White House. Also this afternoon, more than a year after pledging cyberbullying and internet safety would be her cause as First Lady, Melania Trump will hold her first public event on the impact of the internet on children here. Many have questioned her emphasis on the issue, noting that her husband, the president, frequently uses Twitter to attack his critics.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.